Wind pushes through a standing barley field. The Claas Lexion 7700 moves slowly across the crop. Inside the cab, Harriet grips the controls. Focused. The machine hums under load. Rain begins tapping against the windshield.
First day on the job, and somehow I'm driving the combine.
She glances toward the dark sky.
Let's hope I don't break it.
Mist sits low over the hedgerows. A narrow lane cuts between wheat stubble and tall grass banks. Morning sun just starting to burn through. A small village church tower rises in the distance. The sound of a tractor somewhere across the valley. Wind moving through barley. A pickup truck turns slowly off the lane and down a gravel track. A sign at the gate reads, Willowbrook Farm, Saxlingham Estates. Cows graze quietly in a paddock beside the yard. Silage clamps sit along one side. A Claas Lexion 7700 combine stands beside a machinery shed, still dusty from the last field. Harriet steps out of her car. She pauses, takes in the yard.
Well, this looks different.
A tractor idles near the shed. A man walks over, wiping his hands on a rag. Mid-30s, practical, easy manner.
You must be Harriet.
Aye, morning.
Glad you found us all right.
Satnav tried to send me through a sheep field, but I got here.
That happens more than you'd think.
Another voice comes from behind the dairy.
See here.
A woman steps out of the dairy yard. Early 30s. Calm. Observant.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm Sarah.
Nice to finally meet you.
Mark gestures around the yard.
Welcome to Willowbrook.
They walk slowly across the yard. Machinery parked neatly beside the sheds. 3 newer Claas tractors, a mower, rakes, tillage and seeder all sit under roof by the grain store. The Claas combine stands tall beside the grain store.
You've got a fair bit going on here.
We keep busy. 170 cows, grass, wheat, oats, barley and a bit of canola. Silage, obviously.
Cows are mostly my department.
Mostly.
Entirely. "60 milkers, up in the main barn plus young stock. Then down here are my Highlands. 12 to 15 rotating out when they are of weight. They're pretty easy if you keep them comfortable.
My parents kept cattle when I was younger.
Good, that'll help."
They walk back up to the Claas Lexion by the grain store. Harriet stops and looks up at it.
That's a serious bit of kit.
It's 4 this year, but works great for us.
Really? It doesn't look it. Why so big?
We take care of our kit. Custom work justified it. 6 farms we cut for now. Wheat, barley, oats today actually.
Oats?
Perfect timing for your first day.
Trailers sit ready beside the store. Mark checks his watch.
Right, if we're going to beat the heat, we should get rolling. I'll start the oats. You all right carting?
Aye, that's easy.
We'll run 2 trailers to start today. Keeps things moving while you get things figured out.
Golden oat field. The combine header lowers. The first pass begins. Oats fold into the cutter bar. Straw lays in neat rows behind. 2 tractors wait at the edge. Harriet climbs into one. Sarah into the other.
All right then, let's see how this goes.
The tractors roll forward. Harvest begins. Inside the combine, the grain tank climbs. 80%, 85%, 90%. Mark reaches for the radio.
Right then, someone's about to learn something. Pull up alongside, nice and steady, nothing fancy. Match my speed at 10k and drive along the windrow with your left tyre.
Okay, no problem.
Harriet drives beside the combine. The auger swings out. Grain pours into the trailer. Golden oats rattling against the metal.
You're doing fine.
See? No disaster.
Give it time.
Back at the grain store, Harriet tips the trailer. Oats slide onto the growing pile.
Oats always look small until you start piling them up.
Fair point, they are very light.
Sarah arrives in the other tractor. She checks the pile.
Not bad for a first morning. Radio crackles.
Tank's nearly full again.
Aye, on our way.
The tractors head back out. Harvest rhythm settles in. Suddenly, a warning tone inside the cab. Monitor flashes. Grain loss sensor warning.
What's that now?
He slows the machine, climbs down, checks the panel, pulls out a wad of straw wrapped around a sensor.
There we go.
That all?
Sometimes it's the small things.
He clears it. The combine starts again. Harvest resumes. The final pass of oats disappears into the header. Mark folds the bin in, stops the combine.
That's the oats done.
Not bad for a first field.
We'll call that a success.
Mark moves the combine and head into the next field, Harriet following him with her tractor. They stop, and Harriet gets in the combine with him. Just down the road, the combine pulls into the Claas dealership. Machines sit lined across the yard, technicians working in the open workshop. Harriet looks around.
This is a dangerous place for farmers.
Your wallet gets lighter just driving through the gate.
A mechanic walks over.
Daniel Cooper. This is our new hire, Harriet. Hello, Harriet.
Hi Daniel, nice to meet you.
What have you brought me?
Loss sensor warning earlier.
Daniel checks the machine.
likely a bit of straw wrapped around it. You're fine.
Harriet studies the combine.
Good machine, that 7700.
Especially with the custom work.
Funny actually. I was talking yesterday with a lad from Highland Farms up by Kinlake.
Harriet looks up.
Aye, I know that farm.
Small world then.
Farming usually is.
A small field lies just beyond the dealer yard. Golden barley standing tight inside hedgerows. The combine sits at the headland. Mark looks across the field, then at Harriet.
This is a nice, easy field. Good place to learn.
He tosses Harriet a pair of gloves.
Your turn.
Harriet stares at him.
You're joking. Already?
Not even slightly.
Welcome to farming.
The engine starts. Header lowers. The barley begins flowing. Harriet drives slowly, carefully.
Just take it steady. Let the machine do the work.
She adjusts speed slightly. The combine settles.
There. That's perfect.
Sarah pulls alongside. The auger swings out. Grain pours into the trailer.
Perfect spacing. Keep it there.
Not bad for your first proper go.
I'm pretending I've done this for years.
Dark clouds gather over the hedgerows. Wind moves across the wheat. Harriet watches the windshield. A raindrop hits the glass. Then another.
I think that decision might be made for us.
Aye, let's park it up.
The combine rolls into the shed. Rain begins tapping on the roof. The engine shuts down. Silence fills the building. Harriet looks out at the rain.
Not a bad first day.
No, it wasn't. I'll take that.
Sarah steps into the shed, shaking rain from her jacket.
Perfect timing.
Rain falls gently across Willowbrook Farm. The Claas combine sits quietly in the shed. Lights flick on in the dairy. Evening settling across Saxlingham. Rain falls steadily across the yard. The three of them stand in the doorway of the machinery shed. Beyond the hedgerow, the barley field sits half cut in the fading light. Mark watches the rain for a moment.
Well, that's that for today.
Sarah crosses her arms.
Half the field still standing.
Aye, harvest never waits, and neither does the weather.
Harriet looks out across the rain-soaked yard. Quiet for a moment.
My first day, and I think I'm starting to understand farming even more.
Mark glances over.
Oh? How so?
Harriet nods toward the field.
You're always racing something.
Mark smiles slightly.
First day and the weather already wins.
Harriet looks out across the rain.
Feels like I'm learning fast.